So I just watched what seemed like the same movie, basically back to back, and one was so good that I'm like shocked that it doesn't have a million different sequels like Alien. Cause it's like Alien, dude. It's so good. And the other one, I just had to Google its name again because I couldn't remember it. And I was more interested in the actor's eyebrows than anything else in the plot. Both in Leviathan and The Rift, a crew underwater find a ship that then leads them to tussle with eldritch abominations beyond the comprehension of man. But were both created by man! Leviathan gets it so right because we were in cramped freaking quarters the entire time with some tense, cool music, which sounds both like whale noises, but when they play it again at the end of the movie in the highest tense part, they pitch it up and like really kick up the backbeat and makes it sound like a klaxon. So it's like, oh, it was there the whole time! Each character is given their own moment to shine, and you can really understand the interplay and how the characters interact with each other. Like, you can tell, like, oh, she's friends with him, and he's friends with him, and so when it comes to, like, interpersonal, like, politics and stuff like that, it works out, and you can understand why the captain of the ship is, like, kind of a little neurotic. He's like, I'm not supposed to be doing this, I don't know what I'm doing! That's awesome! And then, I keep thinking it's called Ghost Ship, because I keep seeing the poster for Ghost Ship. In The Rift, the main character designed a nuclear submarine. I can't imagine a job that I could understand less. Like, you could talk to me about quantum physics, and I think I would understand it more and have more, like, empathy for the job that goes into studying it than the guy who designs nuclear submarines and then gets mad when the Navy uses his designs. I truly don't understand. But at least R. Lee Ermey, I think that's his name, is in it. He's the guy from Full Metal Jacket. You maggots! That guy. He's an interesting character. He's like the only really interesting character in the movie. Back in Leviathan, we have moments where they're out in the open sea in just these pressurized suits, and the suits start going wrong, and so they're like, you gotta open the door! Oh no, the doctor's not on call! We've gotta do this! You're violating code ranks and stuff like that. And they're like, ah! And then in The Rift, the main guy, he's always right. Yeah, like, literally always correct. Like, he's a super genius, and he's really hot, and he's really jacked. And when everybody else is panicking or making bad decisions and the submarine they're in is gonna explode, and he, like, bursts in and he's like, do all of these things. I know we're fighting an eldritch being from beyond the frickin' stars, but also not. I guess it's a really domestic eldritch being. Do this, and then the sub, it'll electrocute it. And then that's exactly what happens, and it's still a Mary Sue if it's a guy, right? Over in Leviathan, you never get a handle on what the creature can do, and whether or not it's even, like, a creature, because it's kind of an amalgamation of every character that it kills. It sort of absorbs them. Even though they're dead, they're still in it. And so at times, characters are getting tricked, because they're just like, oh my god, I think I just saw... No, we just left him. There's no way he could have been over there. And it's like, yeah, because he's dead, he's in the monster! There's, like, it defies expectations, it defies all sense of logic. It's like, that thing is dead, and then it just, like, runs away, and you're like, oh my god! And then in The Rift, there's like a subplot going on that somebody on the ship is evil, and it's pretty clear who it is from, like, minute one. And so they just keep hinting that this guy is evil until, like, shock horror, he's evil. And, like, he doesn't even do anything to get everybody else killed. It just kind of happens on its own, and he's like, well, that was convenient. I guess I'll just leave. And then the survivors come back, and they're like, how dare you leave? And it's like, Brother, I would have been right to leave your asses anyways. We're in a hole underwater filled with abominations that steal genetic code sequences or something to make more monsters. And I don't really understand it. It's like you know how xenomorphs, it's like, oh, they're an egg that's birthed, but then it pops out as a face hugger, which then impregnates, which then bursts out as a tiny alien, which then somehow metabolically doesn't need any sort of food to just suddenly grow really large, and then it's a xenomorph alien thing as we know it. And it's like, well, but so the face huggers are in the thing, so wouldn't it mean that they couldn't reproduce after that? Which I think is what that means. So it's really a hive, and it's like if you kill the queen, they're actually genuinely screwed. It's like that, but no logic. It's like, oh yeah, there's monster pods falling. They're in the ceiling and the walls of the cavern, and they pop out and they kill you. No real reason given, nor explanation of how they could possibly be alive if they're carnivorous in an undersea cavern with access to nothing. But then there's also like a giant tentacle monster. There's like a giant grocery bag monster that tries to eat the sub. I don't care. And I also don't get it. Weirdly, in both movies, it turns out corporations don't care about people, and they're the bad guy all along. And Leviathan, you get the big bad corporation lady punched right in the face with a terrible sound effect, and she basically falls the wrong way, but it's like a full-on, like, whoa, sort of moment. And it's just like, that's awesome. It's just so stupid. It's so great. There's a man in a rubber suit moment. Like, it's great. You feel like you're watching an old Godzilla movie for like 5 minutes at the end of this really tense, genuinely like, man, the prop work and the people who designed all this, because I don't think there's any CG in the entire movie. It's so good. And then, in Ghost Ship, that's not the name of the movie. The Rift. In The Rift, they were the bad guys all along. Not the military, though, who sponsored this entire expedition. They're the good guys. I don't see how. And the bad guys are a military corporation that bought his designs and made them worse, but didn't want to catch the PR smoke of a bunch of mutants. It's like, I don't think you would have caught PR smoke for a bunch of mutants appearing in the middle of the ocean killing everybody. I think that's more of a health hazard than PR disaster. I feel like people would just be like, well, I have no idea who to blame for that. Clearly not the guys who bought submarine schematics. What? But yeah, I've purposefully left out a lot of details about like the plot and stuff so that if you want to watch it, go ahead. Please. They're both on Tubi, so they're both free. I am not sponsored. But yeah, Leviathan slaps so hard. Give me another Leviathan movie. By the way, that's one of the eyebrows. That's Frank Branya. And there's the other set of eyebrows. That's Arlie Ermy. I want their eyebrows to kiss. Is that too much to ask?